Yeah. I have IBM here, so we need to talk about their offer later, if that's okay. Yeah, it might be a good way to go. There are some big issues happening today, so let's stay focused. Good to see you again. I was just completing a marketing acquisition meeting that ran a little late. Anyway, let me get my head into this meeting. It has been one meeting after another today. Good. I'm glad you followed up on the meeting. We need to be able to talk to companies that can help us do things differently with technology, not just rely on the way we've been doing it in the past. From the other day, you seem to be one of them. I need to improve coordination and prioritization of marketing initiatives across the multitude of digital channels. For instance, the other day, we lost a big account, partly due to the lack of technology. This is a collective problem we have to get under control. We need to understand our customers better, and given the business we're in, our customers' customers as well. We need to consolidate all of the data and information from our operations, web traffic, customer feedback, and some of the new social solutions that we've deployed. Then we need to analyze it so we can develop a digital strategy and use that data to influence and make better decisions. This is very important for me. The other day, your knowledge about technology from other industries intrigued me as something we could leverage. Anyway, you asked for this meeting, so let's start with your questions. I have about 30 minutes before my next meeting. Well, that is an interesting question. I'm not totally sure I can list them all, but I can give you an overview. I would appreciate that we keep everything we speak about in confidence. So my role is predominantly focused on heading our marketing and for our catering division, which is a big job in itself, as catering is the biggest division in the company. But lately, I've taken on the role as marketing technologist and have become the cross-division liaison between marketing and the IT department. At first, I was excited about the role, but it's become its own challenge. Now Marilyn calls me all the time. We have very good people in both organizations, but sometimes getting the right information from or to the right people becomes an issue. Plus, not everything I'm told is actually the way it is, and that's a problem. That leads to missed commitments and missed opportunity. But we're working on it. As I said, they're all good people trying to do their best. I'm held responsible for the success of catering. It's a fast-moving and extremely competitive market. Until the last few years, there were only incremental needs from technology. But that's all changed because of mobile and social growth. Today, our buyer is not just the hotel, the airline, the ship, or the resort. More and more, we have to deal with the end customer. To do that, we need to exploit technology. I'm not sure that our IT department is up to it. We need to analyze buying habits so that we can build or buy solutions that meet the customer's demands. The current data warehouse is good for operational purposes, but that is as far as it goes. Our growth strategy is to grow to 1 billion in the next couple of years. And to do that, we need to find new customers, hold and grow the ones we have. So technology is a key factor to our success. We have branding, advertising, and design pretty well under control. I would venture that you couldn't help with anything there. What I would like from you is to learn what you've seen others doing. Help us do that better. That means getting our I team aligned with our needs. Is that enough to get us going? What other questions do you have? Our growth strategy is to grow to 1 billion in the next couple of years. And to do that, we need to find new customers, hold and grow the ones we have. So technology is a key factor to our success. We have branding, advertising, and design pretty well under control. I would venture that you couldn't help with anything there. What I would like from you is to learn what you've seen others doing and help us do that better. That means getting our IT team aligned with our needs. Is that enough to get us going? What other questions do you have? That's going to depend on the division. I work for catering, so for us, customer intimacy means understanding the requirements of our customers' customers. We sell to the travel and hospitality industry. It used to be very easy as they provided us with what they wanted and we fulfilled the orders to their schedule. But that's been changing because of social media, especially on mobile devices. We have to get more in touch with the customer's needs. We've tried, with some social platforms such as Facebook and Twitter, but the customer using the technology is not ours, but our customers. They really don't know who we are. They recognize the name, but they don't directly correlate it to the venue that they're at. And we're working on that. Somehow, a competitor has figured it out. When it comes to our retail business, the restaurants are an entirely different model, as the end customer is constantly interacting. We're using the presence of the fresh and healthy branded restaurants to build brand loyalty for our catering business. To date, we're finding that social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn provide interesting results for this segment. Of course, it also allows the customer to complain when they want to. And you can't please everyone. We track their behavior and respond appropriately. My peers in other business units are committed to Twitter and Facebook. If you want more information on it, then you may want to reach out to them. I could provide you with their names and where they're located. For these apps, everything is hosted in the cloud with little to no interaction with IT. One of the reasons I don't know more about what the other divisions are doing. Plus, we can't access the information for analysis that easily, so yeah, it's something we should work on. The distribution business is pretty much supplying other restaurants with our food products. It's a very straightforward business and has been doubling in size since it began 2 years ago. The good thing is that we can leverage our catering kitchens and warehouses together. This has huge savings for us. As far as lead generation, our most successful model is, of course, referrals. And if we could get faster customer feedback, we may be able to improve that as well. Our ordering system is adequate. We built it ourselves, and I've often wondered if that was wise. The data we get doesn't really generate leads. It's an uphill push, the old-fashioned way. Our sales team uses Salesforce.com. I don't know how successful that is. Maybe you have some ideas here that could help us? What's your experience with leveraging social media? And does IBM have ways to help us access and analyze the data better? You have my interest. I'm especially interested in leveraging the knowledge of IBM. But I need to know how that would actually happen, especially since there are so many pieces and I'm not really an expert on how they go together, that is, technologically. I like where you're going with this. I'm a bit confused. Some of this I knew or actually just shared with you. Some of it I don't really care about. And I was hoping you could be a resource that could help me with IT. For a moment there I thought you were IT. However, some of your ideas have my interest. So let's continue with your questions. What are you trying to give me? A marketing lesson? Really? What did you do? Read a book or something? I need to know what it is that you can do and how we might be able to leverage information better. Can you do that? I need help with this. I need to know what you can do to help me, or stop wasting my time. Our customers are our biggest asset, so we have a data warehouse for tracking buying behavior. We use it often to strategize on the best ways to continue and grow relationships with them and improve their experience with Fresh and Healthy. But we need better ways to manage relationships through technology, such as mobile, and then track clients, quotes, leads, processed orders, and conversations. Then analyze that data. This would undoubtedly, in my mind, make it easier to develop and nurture and reap repeated rewards from the current base. I want technology to enable us to ensure that we don't miss out on hidden opportunities, while at the same time streamlining our productivity, reducing costs, and helping boost our sales. Our existing systems do not offer this capability. That's why the sales teams went to the cloud. Same for the retail divisions with Facebook and Twitter. For new opportunities, we want an enterprise relationship management solution that is easy to use, integrates email and social media, captures customer information and potential leads, and enables us to analyze information on the go. We've just got to get faster at everything. Decision-making needs to be more timely. I was hoping our IT department was engaged in getting this done. It's been going on for almost 7 months now. I'm getting frustrated as we're running out of time. This is one of the reasons that Marilyn asked me to take on this role. To be honest with you, I'm not sure our IT department is up to the task. They're too buried in technology to see the big picture, or they have different priorities. Hence why we're meeting with you and others, as well as looking at cloud solutions. So how can IBM help us get the information we need when we need it? I wasn't really expecting you to fix our internal problems, but I do appreciate the way you responded. We need to fix our own issues. You just hit a hot button. You actually addressed my question extremely well, and I'm impressed. But I'd not really thought about the other side. It is easy to look at your own needs. If IT were more efficient, then we would have a better result. This is something I'm willing to explore. Let's continue. I agree, but that's a little dreamy, if you ask me. I appreciate the idea, but it definitely sounds like a marketing pitch. Heck, I could have written it myself. Some of it sounds quite valuable, but the rest is all over the place. But you may have information that would help me. Let's continue. Siloed organizational fiefdoms? What the heck? I didn't say we were like that. You're putting words into my mouth, and I don't like it, okay? This is becoming a go-nowhere meeting. It's a total waste of my time. This meeting is over. We have some applications running on the cloud, especially in sales, and of course, our retail stores with Facebook and Twitter. The rest you would have to ask the IT team about. My opinion is that we should do more with the cloud suppliers, and we're investigating a number of alternatives. This is the same reason I agreed to meet with you. We're investigating alternatives. Why did we or would we go outside instead of using our own IT? That's just too overworked to focus on our needs. They have their own agendas, budgets, etc. They definitely... Look, anyway, they're often too busy, so we have our own money. What else can I say? Our restaurant division is actively using Facebook and Twitter. Our sales team are using Chatter internally and LinkedIn and Pinterest. I belong to a number of marketing blogs, including catering, technology, and leadership. None of this is running internally, so we don't have much interaction with the IT team for it. They're focused on our operational agenda. I'm not sure how you can help us here. Social media is becoming more important all the time, though. Practically non-existent. I have my tablet as well as most of the marketing employees and executives. We can read our email, and that's about it. I would like to be able to access more of our customer data, but I have to come back to the PC to do it. This is something I'm going to help change. We need better information when we're in the field. We need to be able to adopt new technologies quickly, and that's just not happening. What I'm told is that we have a process and that it requires more security, specifically a PC. We can get what we want on a laptop, but that's just not my preference anymore. IT has not given us a reasonable solution, so my answer to your question, no. Our technology infrastructure is not delivering what we want. Sorry, I'm just a bit pushed today, and this is a big issue for me. And I believe it's one of the reasons we lost the deal the other day. Let me turn the question around. What does IBM do in the areas of mobility, and how would you assist our IT team in being more responsive to technology needs? Excellent. Why can't our IT team say this? I didn't consider all these things. I'm not unreasonable. I'm just not familiar with all that's required to support mobility. I agree. We need to get specific with our needs, and we have not clearly defined our strategy. And with your help, we probably could get this done faster. This is what we need. Let's see how the rest of the meeting goes first, but we could get with the key players in each division and lay out our needs. Once we have that, you could provide us with a recommendation. I would want to do this offline first without IT. Then bring them in for your recommendations. I don't mean to make you uncomfortable, but I want to know first what's possible and then see how it fits into our infrastructure. Anything else? It is a little confusing, although you did share some interesting information. Some of what you're talking about is more Harold's concern than mine, but maybe you can help. I'm not sure. Let's see how the rest of the meeting goes first, but we could get with each of the key players in each division and lay out our needs. Once we have that, you could provide us with a recommendation. I would want to do this offline first without IT, then bring them in for your recommendations. What else? That isn't that interesting to me. It just sounds like a a lot of stuff that doesn't really get to the issue I have with mobility. It sounds like what I would get from IT. That is who you should be talking to. I don't think you're providing me with any value. What else do you need before we end this meeting? I think I've already said that, and I agree. It is a big challenge, especially when it comes to understanding the new ecosystem of data. The data we get is on our exiting customers. Trying to understand big data and what it means to our business is beyond us. Harold invited Oracle in the other day to make a pitch about it. He invited me to listen in. To be honest with you, I got lost within the first 10 minutes. They were talking about how they deal with unstructured data, and it got really technical. Harold was really getting into it, but I was lost, so I kind of tuned out. The Oracle folks didn't really address my needs or priorities. It was all technical stuff. I hope you can be more conscious of my priorities, especially since the budget for new tools will come from us. What I need is solutions that can help us react with speed and flexibility when market factors change. We need shorter deployment times that allow us to easily respond to customer opportunities. If I can get halfway there, I would be happy. We're just not getting anywhere. Not to be repetitive, but we need to obtain new levels of customer intimacy and differentiation with shared and secure access to all relevant information, no matter what it is or where it resides. The answer to that question is no, and I doubt she would accept a meeting with you. If you have questions, ask me. I told you this already, and don't go over my head. I'm actually offended by this question. Do you think she would override me? This is my job. Got it? Listen, I have a lot to do, so this meeting is over, but you can call me back. But only me. I will let Harold know about your attitude. Listen, I don't care to talk about things like this. They're good people, and our internal issues are not your business. I'm sure you understand. Do they meet our needs? Yes, for the most part, from a basic point of view. But they're not great at extending beyond operational needs. When it comes to adapting to new technologies such as social or big data analytics, they're not very good at all. To be fair, they have a lot to maintain. We want all the new things now, so our priorities are a little different. We're looking to the cloud and learning that the vendors like yourself can bring a lot of value. That is, if they can resist talking about the technology and focus on our needs. I would like our priorities to be aligned, but that's going to take a lot of work. I'm not sure how to do that yet. I hope that answered your question. Well, this has been an interesting meeting. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me. I like some of your ideas and responses. Maybe you could be an intermediary. Let me think about that and share it with my team. I wonder how Harold would feel about that. Let me think about what we've discussed and I'll get back to you very soon. If you need anything else from me, work through my assistant. Thanks for coming. Hi, you're back. I hope our meeting is more productive this time. I'm only doing this because there were some things you said last time that interested me. Please use my time well and just keep it simple and exact, okay? So, what questions do you have for me this time? Good, you're here. Please sit. Thanks for coming. I've told Harold of the recent meeting and he was a little surprised that he wasn't invited. I told him that I took the meeting as I wanted to hear what you could do for us without being influenced by IT. I hope you don't mind. The other day you saw the outcome of not having our technology strategy coalesced. It wasn't pretty. After Bill, our CEO, announced the numbers of our stock took a 6% drop. We have to start doing things different. I was asked by Marilyn, our CMO, to lead the technology strategy for marketing. This is a great opportunity for me and I plan to make the best of it. So let's discuss why you're here. When you asked for a meeting with both of us, I thought it would be a good idea, especially after the meeting we had the other day. In fact, a lot of what you shared made me think about revising the strategy, some of which I had not thought of before. Our immediate needs in my division is for new innovative applications, such as the mobile app we discussed the other day. I thought you drew an interesting parallel with the banking application, and that really interested me. I also see opportunity for tablets and social services for the restaurants. This is a hot area, and statistics are showing that companies that offer mobile apps for ordering increases sales by approximately 20%. That can add up fast in retail. My thinking is that we find services in the cloud. It makes it easier for us to test new solutions, and we don't have to worry about computers in the back office. Harold expressed concern that if we move applications to the cloud, which a lot of our competitors are now doing, we could compromise our security and potentially be surprised by the costs. I'm indifferent. The cloud providers assures me that they're secure and that the cost will be a lot less than what we pay now. But they're salespeople, only interested in getting the deal. Marilyn and I spoke about this, and we need to understand how you might be able to help Harold and his team be more responsive, as security and availability are critical to the customer support. On the other hand, we sometimes feel that there's a tendency to avoid immediate businesses' needs and push technologies for which they have a bias.
Oh, come on, Phyllis. We are all here to accomplish what the business needs. But I have to behave responsibly and keep our operation operational and secure while trying to respond to your needs.
The reality should be IT systems exist to serve business processes, not the other way around. Anyway, Harold, you have the floor.
We do everything we can to be responsive. Luby's new mobile app has nothing to do with us, and to be honest, no one asked us for anything like that. We first have to be aware of the need before we can respond.
Fair. We didn't know about it either. But we need to start being more of a team and finding out what other companies are doing. Marilyn and I agree that we need to set a new pace for competition, and that could include doing new technology in-house or in the cloud. This is why I accepted the idea of meeting with both of you together. So, you have my attention. What I would like to understand is what you can do to help us achieve our new strategy, and what that has to do with what you sell to our IT team. Good reply. I like what I hear. I'd not really thought about how important our own infrastructure is. I guess I'm guilty of not seeing the other side. Harold, if you agree, let's move this to the next step. Get our teams together and brainstorm the next year or more. Then let's lay out a strategy so that we can become more tightly aligned. I would like to think through each of our initiatives to include our analytics needs, mobile and social. Also, let's build the pros and cons for building it by your teams versus in the public cloud. Harold, we have the budget to make things happen quickly. You handle the integration and security in either case. Are you comfortable with this?
Yes, I am. I will let David know that we have this agreement. Thank you for your help. We like working with vendors that understand the value of partnering. I will get our teams together and let you know when we need your attendance. Phyllis, how is your calendar?
I'll check. I'm a little confused, but I think it's worth moving forward. Let's move to the next step and get our teams together for a brainstorming meeting and build a strategy going forward. Harold, you coordinate with Betsy and see where it makes sense to have her be part of the meetings. I want to look at what we can build in-house and what should go in the cloud. If what Betsy has told us is correct, there may be some quick fixes that we can make to become more flexible. We have budget if need be.
Well, thank you for helping us with this. I will get my teams together. Phyllis, how is your calendar?
Yeah, we can do this, and I will get my team to attend as well. Let's plan.
Your comment on our data center is a little demeaning. We have worked hard to be as responsive as we can, and I feel in lots of ways we've been innovative with our services to the business.
Well, Harold, I can't accept that you have been innovative when I never get what I want when I want it. I didn't really hear any value of what you just said. It definitely doesn't help us move forward. I'm out of here. What a waste of time talking to IT and useless vendors.
I agree, this has been a waste of time.